Hello, my darlings. So today's lesson is all about manifestation and why doesn't it work for you? So let's tackle, where does manifestation come from? So when you pass over, your soul or your spirit, it can either be an orb of light or it can turn into human form. So it can go to both forms that it wants to. And quite often, if they turn themselves into the human form, it will be at the time of their life when they were most happiest on earth. So it has a little bit of a sentimental thing for them. So what they do is they do have a job, which is to help Earth, but then they can also do whatever they want. And what they do is they manifest what they want, and then they can do that thing. So if, for instance, somebody always wanted to go on the Orient Express, they would manifest it, and then they would be able to do it. So that information has come down to Earth, and unless you're a high vibrational person, this won't be working for you. Not to say that the information out there is not right, it is right, but the person doing it may be a high vibrational person, but the person listening may not be. So you're going to get very, very different results. In order to become a high vibrational person, the best thing to do is to learn about spirituality. And that's what I've been showing you in previous videos. Okay, you're going to go... you're going to be asked to do things that you don't understand. So say, for instance, for me, they was telling me to get rid of everything that was in my spare room. Well, this is my spare room. I make stuff all the time, as you can see, and it's everywhere. And I've been doing this since I was 20 years old, daily, obviously, unless I'm giving birth or something like that. And it's been a huge part of my life. I've taught crafting and I just loved it. And there they are saying to me, get rid of what's in that room. And I didn't understand why. But the next morning I started packing up some of the stuff. And then I started really bawling my eyes out and crying. Then I was like really sobbing and my heart was physically hurting. And I'm like, why am I crying like this just over craft stuff? This is ridiculous. But anyway, I packed some up and I took some to the charity shop. The next morning in my messages, it said to me that because I had chosen God, so over something that I loved, I had an attachment that had come into me. It was on my bloodline, so I was born with it. And because I chose God over something I loved, that showed faith, trust in God, and therefore that negativity, that attachment couldn't live in me, and it was released. I will go into details about attachments, etc., in other videos. So I'm going to say to you that if you are going through an awakening at the moment or are wanting to, you are going to be asked to do things you don't understand and you particularly don't like and don't want to do. But I would say to you, keep faith, keep the trust. This is all about being what is best for you, and always remember that. The other thing was that you're going to lose people in your life. People that are low vibrational can't stay with people that are high vibrational. They just can't stay with each other. So what I had to do was, I had a friend who had done something to me in the past that wasn't good, but I chose to forgive her because I thought that was being spiritual. But that's not what they want you to do. They want you to move away from low vibrational people. So they were telling me in my messages that she's telling untruths about me as I leave the room. And again, it was a no-brainer. I just cut the friendship off. Not that she's a horrible person, she's not. I'm a high vibrational, she's a low vibe. We can't be in the same room together. So that's another thing that you're going to have to be a bit aware of, is that people around you, you know, you may not keep them. What I will say is, when you've gone through this as well, you may feel like you want to ask for loads of money and, you know, a big house and a big this. This is a low vibrational person asking for these things. When you've got through it, I asked for health. And then obviously things like my car, it's a need. My car's on its last legs. So also I've got my twin flame coming in. I mean, I spent years saying never again. I used to say to my mum, because she used to say to me, oh, you should get somebody. And I'd be like, no. Honest, mum, if they could put 1 million people in a room and say, oh, Jane, I'm really sorry, but one bad one's got in there. I said, I would pick him. I said, no, I'm staying single. But the truth is that those nice people would be high vibrational. The bad person would be a low vibration. Of course, I would be attracted to him. So that's how it works for those of you that are thinking, I don't know what's wrong with me, I just pick the wrong men. Raise your vibration and you'll get nice men, or nice women, I should say, as well, darlings. So money that's coming in for me is for my justice. Okay, as I said previously, let God deal with the karma side of it. You start working on getting yourself happy and healthy and everything else again, and then you'll get money or whatever it is you would like as your justice. So that's coming in for that. Also, I just wanted to touch on magnetism. So when you manifest something, okay, you're just going to ask for, let's go for a car. Ask for a car, tell them what you want, and then that's it. You don't like start asking, oh, when's the car coming, when's this, because you're bringing out low vibrations. Just forget it. It will be here when it's here. They have to do a bit of work to work something out to get it to me. But in the meantime, start on the magnetism, okay, because that's what's going to bring it in, and that's being grateful. So in the mornings, I'm like, oh, thank you for my lovely warm shower. Thank you for the nice day and my lovely soft bed. You know, start looking at what you're grateful for and not what you're not grateful for. And this will start pulling in things for you. It won't happen when you're at the beginning of this low vibrational journey, but keep working at it. It's going to be less than a year. And that is a very, very good thing for you to start working on as well. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you soon. Thank you.